Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The All-NBA teams were just announced. On the first team, All-NBA, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum. Any surprises there?
No, I think those guys, to me, Tatum was great. Shai was the MVP. And you can look at Jokic. Is Jokic right now maybe the best player, one of the best players we've seen at that position? Now, and no offense, I love Kareem. I love Wilt. But when you look at Jokic, his body of work, what he's able to do, he's turned into a monster all of a sudden.
I thought you was about to say maybe he's the best player in the game. I can say you can drop that maybe.
Oh, yeah.
He is the best player.
Yeah,
now he's working on moving. When he's done, the question is, where do we put him? Because you mentioned Shaq, you mentioned Russell, you mentioned Wilt, you mentioned Kareem, Olajuwon, Moses, whatever the case may be. I just named 6 guys who many believe are 6 of the best centers to ever play the game. David Robinson, wherever the case may be, when it's all said and done, where are we going to put Nikola Jokic?
This is why I will change it with Jokic. He is the best player right now. But what he doesn't do, he doesn't control the defensive end. That's what made Olajuwon, to me, and I played with
he's the best. Olajuwon's the best defensive center ever.
The greatest player ever to play the game is Akeem Olajuwon. Let me tell you why. Because he did it on both ends. Michael controls his man defensively, but Akeem controlled the game on both ends of the floor like nobody else has ever done. Both ends, not one end. Russell controlled it on the defensive end. Wilt controlled it on the offensive end. You look all the other, but you look at Olajuwon, there is nobody like that young African that I played with that was, I thought he was killing lions the way he played. He was a beast. He was special. He was special. Because like you said, he could do it all. The fadeaway, he had the drop step, he had the moves. Oh man, fake here, and next thing you know, he's dunking it over there. I mean, and the defensive end. But that's right. And then add defense in that. He is blocking shots. He's led the league. He was leading the league in steals. He's one of the few guys in the NBA history that had a quadruple double. Quadruple double. And
you remember the first one they had, Cornbread? He had it, and they ended up taking a rebound away from him, so he didn't get it. He came back the next night, 2 nights later, and got another one.
I'm gonna do it. You know what? You want to take it from me? I'm going to show you how to get it done again. Yeah.
The second team All-NBA team, Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry, Ant Edwards, LeBron James, Evan Mobley. You remember, Cornbread, the way they used to do it, they used to take 2 guards, they used to take a center and a small and a big. Now they say it's positionless. You might have 5 guards be all first team All-NBA. You might have 5 bigs be first team All-NBA. Because if you look, you basically got three guards with Brunson, Curry, and Ant-Man, and then you basically got 2 forwards, LeBron and Evan Mobley.
The game has changed from what I knew. In my era, I had 1-3 for my entire career. I look at Steph Curry right now. Steph Curry, as much as I think about him, he changed the game. He has changed the game. I talked to his dad, and I said, man, your son, I hate the fact he's changed the game. He's destroyed the NBA the way and his dad said, you know what? There are a lot of shot takers, but not a lot of shot makers. And when you think about that boy, his quick release, his handling of the basketball, I didn't see it coming. I asked his dad, I said, did you see him being that good? His dad said, no, I didn't see this. So the second team you picked up, I think you could easily say that qualifies. Chad Holmgren was a guy I might want to put in there because of the record that Minnesota had. I might have him in there.
But they did have another guy that make it. The third team All-NBA selection was Cade Cunningham. Because he was an All-NBA selection, he gets another $45 million added to his max contract that he signed last offseason, Ocho. Tyrese Halliburton, James Harden, Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, and last but not least, Jalen Williams. So OKC did have 2 guys to make the All NBA team. And remember, Lou Dort made the All Defensive team. So they got 3 guys that's an All NBA selection. 2 on basically the offensive side, the other 2 and the other one on the defensive side.
Here's the thing that I love about that, but I'm a hate is the fact that the NBA rules, salary caps, is going to destroy that particular team because you can't keep that team together.
No.
OKC. So you're going to make it so that, I love super teams. I didn't like the Lakers when they were winning, obviously, but I love the Bulls. I love the dominant teams like that. But, now because you have the salary cap structures and the aprons that they talk about, OKC is not going to have all those guys.
They made it cost prohibitive. They didn't want any more super teams anymore.
Why? Why? You love super teams.
But Cornbread. See, that's what I tell people. See, because a lot of times they say, "Oh, LeBron did." I say there were always super teams. What the hell do you think the Lakers were? What do you think the Celtics were in the 80s? They were a super team. You talk about Bird, McHale, Parrish, DJ. They had Tiny Archibald one year. They had Bill Walton, who was the 6th man.
Who I got traded for.
Oh, Bill Walton, yeah.
Damn, that hurt. That hurt.
And you got Magic. Think about it. You got Magic, Kareem, James Worthy. You got Michael Thompson.
Yeah.
You got Jamal. Come on, people. That was a super team. See, here's the thing. People like if the general manager put a super team together, we're okay with that. We don't want the players to say, well, you know what? I like Cornbread. Hey, man, I like bread too. Hey, Ocho, what you think about going and enjoying bread over there, such and such? No, they don't like that. But if the general manager puts it together, we got no problem with that.
Well, how do you feel right now, you or Ocho, feel about what happened in Dallas? Dallas goes away, gets rid of Luka. I ain't like that big fella. How does that taste for you? They get rid of Luka, and then they turn around and they get the kid from Duke. This team, they're going to be dangerous next year. They are. Yeah. If they can get healthy, and you got Kyrie Irving coming back, that team could be really dangerous. And to me, what it does is pushes the Lakers that much further down. I don't want to see it.
Hey, but let me ask you this. The Mavericks do have that first pick. Now, there's going to be a conversation sometime in the coming days between Giannis and Milwaukee's front office. Would you be willing to part with that number 1 overall draft pick for an opportunity to bring Giannis and pair him with AD and Kyrie when he comes back?
Bye-bye, first-round draft choice. Look, I don't know what Cooper might do, but I know what Giannis is doing. So if I had a chance to do it and reset my program, and if you're Milwaukee, you know you're going to lose Giannis, yeah, I go out, I make that trade, I grab some pieces, and I get ready for the future. But, in that case, yeah, I make that deal all day because we know what Giannis is capable of doing. He's a proven product, Shannon. Ocho, yep. That's what he is. He's a proven product. He is not a bus rider. He's a damn bus driver, and that's what we look for.
Hold on, Cornbread, I got a question for you. Let's say they do get rid of Cooper Flag, right? Mm-hmm. Does go to the Bucks. Does Giannis come in and automatically make the Mavs a championship contender?
Absolutely.
I think, yeah. Because one thing he's going to bring in that physicality. That's something that the Mavs have not had. So you say if you get him, you get Anthony Davis, and you get Kyrie, those guys healthy and play together, man, all day. I look at the Mavs right now, and I don't come hear anybody that knows him. I said, fire Nico, fire Nico. Good luck. Good job, Nico. Good job, Nico. Here's a question I have to ask you, though. Since you're a pretty physical guy, what are you going to go ahead and grab the guy who came to LA and take him out and run him up and down the beach? You gonna go out and grab him?
You saw him. He been in the gym. He eating, his wife preparing good meals for him. You see that? Yeah, you see his body. He's starting to look good.
You know what? You can prepare them meals. But Oliver Miller, when he played down in Phoenix, they had a bicycle, and then he was running the bike. He had a ball boy going getting them hamburgers while he was on the bike. So until I see him in that position, Luka, he has to be in shape. And look, he's around the place where you're gonna get in shape. in LA, the stars, the bodies. LeBron James, the best we've seen right now, staying in shape. You're there. I mean, I grab one of you guys right now and say, man, I give you $1 million. Just take me on a program and regimen to get my body in shape.
I got you.
Okay.
But you know the thing, Cornbread, and I tell people this all the time, it's easy to get in shape in the off season.
Yeah.
It's like, it's in a basketball player, it's getting in late at night at 3 o'clock in the morning and making the right decisions. I ain't gonna eat no pizza. I'm not gonna eat nothing fast food. I'm not gonna eat anything processed. So that's the problem that the guys have. They get out the game and they grab chicken and it's not baked or it's not, it's not roasted.
Shannon, that's not true. That's not true. I hate to bust your bubble, but now they have meals prepared for them after.
They don't want that.
No, a lot of them eat it. A lot of them come a lot of them come in on the bus and they have meals which are prepared for them. So the guys don't eat like we did during the 80s. 1984, getting ready to play the Lakers. I had a Big Mac, a supersized my fry, a large orange soda, and this is before the damn game. So that's how we ate during that time.
Yeah.
Now players have an opportunity. I look at these guys now, they have a chef in the morning. They have dinner, they have lunch cooked for them. They have dinner after the game. I mean, I don't even know why they get per diem. I mean, to me, it's amazing the way, and I love it. I'm not jealous at all. I love the way our players are being taken care of.
Ocho, we had this conversation. Think about it. In NFL, they get breakfast prepared for them, they get lunch prepared for them, and they get dinner prepared after they meeting and to take home with them.
Yeah.
How can you be out of shape? And with all that state-of-the-art equipment they got physio, they got massage therapists, they got cryo, they got infrared. Cornbread, they got I'm talking about when I say state-of-the-art, I'm talking about $50 and $75, $100 million facilities.
Yeah.
There is no reason.
Hold on, but you know everything you just said, Cornbread, too. Everything Unc just said, they have a state-of-the-art everything. They have everything that they need at their beck and call. But for some reason, I don't know why, more injuries. Injuries are more prevalent today. Everyone seems to be getting hurt. Yeah. Cornbread, I remember back in the day, and matter of fact, I'm not too far from you. I remember back in the day, we used to play outside when you were young, and you would go in the house and get your glass of water during the summer. No, what your grandma and your mama told you? Go drink the water hose on the side of the house.
Absolutely. I definitely remember that.
We wasn't getting hurt back then. I don't understand what the problem is.
Old school. And here's the thing I look at. The Boston Celtics have one of the best players around in Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
The thing I felt like Jason Tatum got hurt, it wasn't because he didn't train hard enough. I just think he played too much basketball. He played during the Olympics. He played during the championship. And here's my true belief. If you don't rest your body's gonna rest you. And and you have you've seen it before. When you and I played, I know when I played during the 80s, when we got through playing, the boys would tell us, man, take 3 months off. Don't do Now these guys go year round, and Unc and Ocho, I tell you, this is what I hate. I hate the fact that they damn changing jerseys and laughing at each other.
You heard that jersey swap?
But I hate that. Oh my God, I hate that. I hate that. There's nothing I hate more than that. 1983, we're playing the 76ers in an exhibition game in Knoxville, Tennessee. We went and we won the game. We went and got in the restaurant. We went there and ate. The 76ers got there after us. They saw that we were there. They hated us so bad, they left the damn restaurant, didn't even eat. That's how pissed off they were. And
because in 81, they had y'all down 3-1, and y'all came back. You remember that, Brad?
They remember it better than we did. Watch this. This is how it goes, Unc, like this.
They did. I thought the Boston Strangler, Andrew Toney. I thought they had y'all. I thought they had you, Brad. I ain't gonna lie.
He was absolutely a beast. I was talking to a couple of the 76ers guys, Mo Cheeks in particular. He said, man, I've never played in a more physical series than we had in the 80s. And those were just great series that if you go back and YouTube them, these games everyone was won by 1 or 2 points.
2 points.
I think the last 5 games we played, the separation was about 6 points. So yeah, they were physical games. I understand it's a different era, and I love these guys. But man, the money that these guys make now,
it should be no issue. And I don't know if I've ever seen this before. You had 4 unanimous selections on the All-NBA team. Giannis was a unanimous. He got 100 first-place votes. Shea was a unanimous, 100 first-place votes. Nikola Jokic, 100 first-place votes. Jason Tatum, 100 first-place votes. So you had 4.
Man, somebody got to have some balls and break away from that. Please. Ain't nobody could go 100%. Shannon, you and Ocho know ain't nobody go 100% of nothing. Come on.
Let me ask you a question. What power forward you giving a vote and taking it from Giannis? What guard you taking a vote from and giving it? What Shea you taking a vote from Shea and giving it to somebody else? Okay, what big are you taking a vote from Nikola Jokic and giving it to? JT.
You know when you write, and damn Shannon, you're right. That's all I can say. I can't argue with you. I take a sip of the soda. You're right. I can't argue with that. Those are points which are valid, but I just don't. It's just hard for me to see a guy get 100% of anything. You and I heard people say this thing like, you know what? I work 110%. You can't work 110%. Can't do it. It's 100%. That's all you can get. Well,
that's all you got.
100%. No, you worked 100%. That's it.
Jason Tatum was named All-NBA first team for the 4th straight year. Cornbread. It doesn't look like it's going to be a 5th consecutive year because he's not going to, he went to the same surgeon that did Kevin Durant. Now, if you remember, Kevin Durant, it happened in June of 2019.
Absolutely.
Kevin Durant, 2019 rolls around, he doesn't play. 2020 rolls around, they go into the bubble. He doesn't play. So he took off a total of, if I'm not mistaken, about 18 months. Now, I'm not saying Jason Tatum's going to take off that amount of time, but if you look at Kevin Durant, if somebody didn't tell you he had suffered a torn Achilles, you wouldn't know it. Because he picked right back up where he left off.
I totally agree with you, but here's the difference.
Okay.
One is age. Jason Tatum is 25, 26.
26.
When what happened when you think of Kevin, when they heard that he was almost 30-something. So
yeah, he probably was 29, 30.
I always said, as a broadcaster, I see guys fall down when they're in their 20s. I said, oh, he ain't hurt. His damn bones ain't even formed yet. His muscles still formed. So I think Tatum, his recovery will probably be easier because he's a lot younger and he doesn't have as many miles. But I'm like you. I don't foresee him coming back, for this coming year, because I think that if you look at this team, Brad Stevens has an opportunity right now to reset, and he's going to have to reset because of the salary structure. I'm not sure if it's going to be Porzingis.
Porzingis ain't coming back. That's one not coming back.
Wow, you guys.
You know that, I know that.
You guys.
Now the question is, are you bringing Derek White and Holiday back? Because they both got big salaries. What are you going to do with Al Horford? Okay, you're probably going to keep JB because you're going to be without JT. But I'm not so sure that when JT comes back, it's hard having 2 players making $300 million.
JB is a great player.
Yeah.
But what happened to Giannis what happened this year with Luka this year, all bets are off now.
I totally agree.
Anybody can be moved in this league now. Don't get too stuck up on being around. You might be moved. So in Brad Stevens, because he's going to have the flexibility of when he won a championship, Joe Mazzulla is a great coach. Can Joe Mazzulla have team right now that is going to probably struggle a little bit coming out of the gate because you don't have that great player? So I think it's going to be a total reset. I believe it's going to be a facelift for the Celtics. And then on top of that, you have a new
regime.
And he paid $6 billion for this.
6.1.
Yeah. So I know that's chicken change to you and your brothers, but for me, I know it. That's why I go with it the same way. I can't find $1 and I can't kill one.
Hey, Brett, I take the 0.1. You keep the 6 billion. Just give me the 0.1. Ocho, I'll be happy with that.
Hey.
But I think the thing is what the teams, this Luka trade, it tells me, I don't know what it tells you, Ocho. I'll be interested to hear what you and Brad think. Is that teams like, we're not going to let y'all, the great players, hold us hostage. We'll move your ass. because y'all had too much power. I mean, don't get me wrong. Superstars had some power. They've never had the kind of control that these guys got.
Right.
I heard Bird talking. Bird said they didn't run nothing by me. I go in the locker room and I got a new teammate. They ain't asked me.
Nah, hold on a minute. That's a lie.
I get it out of him. I get it out of Ocho.
I love Larry, but when I got traded in 1985 or 86 with Bill Walton, they ran that by Larry.
And he signed off on it?
And he signed off on it.
Brad, damn,
so
I'm
not believing you're saying a lot of stuff, but players did have a little bit of power, but now they have so much more because they are a commodity. They are.
Yes.
This is a Fortune 500 when you get one guy right now. So I mean, their ability to control games, to manipulate teams. Teams bend over backwards. You know, you on the road right now. You know, when I was in the NBA, we had to wash our own road uniforms my first couple of years. So,
damn.
So give me that. Yeah.
Guys, you know what? Charles Barkley said that.
Yeah, guys will go on a 2-week road trip, and there were some guys who were so nasty, they wouldn't even wash the uniform. You would grab that uniform and you could throw it up and throw it out on the floor, and it would stand up by itself.
Stand up on it. Yeah, that's I've seen them like that.
You're like, you ain't go. Why would you want to guard that smelly guy right there? So I mean, it was a different time. I appreciate what the teams are doing. I appreciate the players. They are tremendous athletes. But I tell you what, I'd be hard pressed to find some guys right now, as you talk about. They don't want all that smoke. They don't want these. They ain't looking for. They come in and they talk a lot, but they know those guys want that smoke.
No, but see back then, hey, you could be talking all kind of crazy to somebody. They swing on you back in the. But you know, back then you wasn't getting fined but $1,500. Now they put a fine on you. Now you might lose $1 million, $2 million, Cornbread. Them guys like, nah.
Whoa. What's $1 million to a guy making $70-80 million? What's that?
I ain't giving away no money.
I know you're not, but I'm just talking the way the league is now. How many times we seen Draymond get fined? He's been fined over a couple $1 million, a couple of million. He's giving money back. So guys aren't afraid now when you start talking about that money. But I don't think no guys want to fight, Ocho. Ain't nobody want to fight no more. Ain't nobody want to fight. Because we saw Shannon at the Laker game. I think
there you go, Brad. There you go. I ain't want no smoke.
You would no. When you take a foot on the floor and start pointing to a guy, Ocho, come on now.
I look down. I'm like, I ain't on the court. I make sure I wasn't on the court. I ain't do what Halle Daddy did. I ain't run up on the court nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Ocho,
ask you a question, Cornbread.
Ocho, didn't he want some of that smoke?
He wanted that smoke, bro.
Yeah, I know he wanted that smoke.
Hey, smoke was coming out his ears. Cornbread.
You know, look how I was dressed, Ocho. Man, I had a $4,000 cardigan on. I was like, hey, I ain't want nothing.
Well, you had a what?
You know, a little cardigan, a little something I had on, you know.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Your grandma is flipping right now in up in heaven. Talking about he got a 4,000. You told me so many stories about how much money you guys didn't have, and now you talking about you had a cardigan for $4,000.
Hey, Cornbread, you from the South? You know it wasn't money wasn't flowing like it is now.
Couldn't do it at all. My father would my father would give me $1, and he asked me next week, didn't I give you $1 last week? I'm like, damn.
How long you think that dollar gonna last?
So it is a different thing.
Let me ask you this, Cornbread. Tell me how impressive you think this is. LeBron James made his 21st All-NBA team at the age of 40. And this is what he tweeted. He said, All-NBA at 40, low-key crazy to me right now. Sitting here watching the playoffs and just thinking about it. Blessed beyond, I can't even imagine.
Absolutely.
How impressive. Do you think we'll see another player like LeBron?
No, not because the genetics, the circumstances, all the stuff, the will to win,
the work ethic.
That's what makes him, to me, the GOAT. When I start thinking about, I know you turned your head when I said that.
I like that. Go ahead, talk some more. Go ahead, talk some more. I'm gonna sit back. I'm just gonna listen. Go ahead.
Only reason I say that is because of what he's done over this whole period of time. The number of points Everybody talks about his losses and the playoffs. Well, he got there. Don't forget this wrong, but Michael Jordan, his first couple years, got swept. Didn't win a game. So I think that the GOAT conversation to me is really different, but I am a huge fan of who LeBron is and what he's done on and off the court. But at this age right now, to be relevant in the NBA, to just be damn relevant is already always just crazy.